We've got some wines here that have been open various amounts of time. None of the wines has had any protection. They haven't been in the fridge. I haven't used the vacuum on them. I haven't used the caravan on them. I haven't filled them with inert gas.
How long have they been open for?
The first one, Chianti, has been open for a month nearly, at room temperature.
Okay.
The 2 wines from Monti have been open for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And the 3 wines from Einaudi have been open for a week. There are a few things, generally speaking, outside of the wine itself that affect oxidation. Time, obviously, the amount of wine in the bottle, the temperature at which it's stored, and whether you did anything to it or not. Because if you put them in the fridge, even in the freezer, you can preserve them. I remember back to the days when I was a very, very active wholesale distributor, running around LA, showing wines to customers. Every night I would come back, and in the morning before I went off to the next account, I would test my wines to see if they were oxidized or not. And you got a lot of oxidation. After 2 or 3 days, they were showing oxidation. And what I've noticed more and more and more lately is it's got something to do with the winemaking for sure, also the grape growing. The wines are not oxidizing. I've got friends that make biodynamic wines. They tell me they don't oxidize for months. Well, yeah, maybe that's true. I'm not sure. But these are wines conventionally made, all of these. And we're going to taste them now because in my experience, almost all the time, relatively young wines, not older wines, but relatively young wines, can take at least a week open. The fruit might go down a little, but they don't get oxidized.
Interesting.
And so to me, it's an indication of more knowledge of winemaking and grape growing. Also, the treatments that they use, they're careful.
With the sulfur dioxide?
Well, sulfur dioxide also, I mean, obviously the idea with sulfur dioxide would prevent some oxidation, but the wines are generally speaking today using less sulfur than they did. But what you are finding is that the best producers are striving to keep their alcohol levels low, minimize the amount of volatile acidity, vinegar. I'm always surprised these days just how long wines can keep. You know, I sort of put things away. I never throw anything away. And I go and look in my fridge and I find right at the back behind something, a bottle of Chablis that's 4 weeks old. So I throw it out. Nah, well, and it's fine.
Right.
Only half a bottle there and it's fine. So let's try these and see.
So last week we tasted Monti Barolo that was like 3 weeks or 4 weeks old. And then we tasted it. It was still alive. Do you remember that?
Yes.
The Monti Barolo, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you keep them in the fridge or did you leave it outside?
Just left it outside.
Really?
No, just left it on
amazing.
the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's
okay.
what's happening.
So we'll find out again.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. It's 2016, Chianti Riserva, but it's very entry level. And it's been open for a month.
For 1 month?
Only half a bottle. Very entry level. So
wow.
it's amazing. Well, 2016 was a lovely vintage, but it's amazing. The producers are so much better than they used to be.
And then now we'll try, what's the maker on this one? Do you want to switch it? These two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, so we don't want the body to affect it.
Okay. It's delicious. It's even better than a week ago.
No oxidation, right?
No oxidation.
Maybe a slightly diminished fruit,
Okay.
but no oxidation.
And then the third one.
The Barolo.
Barbaresco was 2021 vintage. Barolo is 2019. It's delicious.
Still no oxidation.
Yeah. You sure you kept it in the room temperature?
So that's why I was interested to do this, because it's driving me crazy, that.
Maybe keeping in the fridge helps the wine. Because we keep all of our wines in the fridge, and then once we take
should be okay. Yeah. That should be a good idea.
And number 4. Another delicious wine. Interesting. So number 4 that we're drinking is
Filero.
Poderi Einaudi
2021.
21. I feel like the wine's even better than a week ago because I didn't have this fruit character.
I'm not surprised the next one is Busia, because I've loved Busia more than the others. First of all, there's no oxidation here, and second of all, the nose is just magnificent. Beautiful, sweet fruit. So floral, roses.
This is delicious. You should try it.
Which one?
Busia. Yeah. They're all delicious.
What can I say?
Yeah.
No oxidation. It's nice for people that are selling wine, and also for people who don't want to finish a bottle. Today, more and more, the producers are that good and the grape growers are that good, the winemaking is that good, that the wines do not oxidize very quickly. One would say, well, okay, they put too much sulfur dioxide or too much this or too much that, but then you would taste it.
Mm-hmm.
The wines are still really, really delicious. And even the low-priced wine, the Sangiovese, been open for a month, whilst it may be a little bit down on fruit, is not oxidized. Good news!
Mm-hmm. So what we learned today, there's no oxidation in the world.
So what we learned today is that many, many wines made today, certainly these old world wines, the winemaking and grape growing has improved to the point where the wines oxidize very slowly. You don't have to open the wine and drink the wine immediately. I'm talking about relatively young wines. Very old wines, you open them, you should drink them immediately. And you shouldn't try and save them, very old wines. For people in the industry, guys that are opening wine on a Monday to show to customers, and then they want to show the same wine to customers, they can quite safely show those wines, for the most part, for 2 or 3 days. There won't be oxidation, and even the fruit will keep.
Thanks for your class on oxidation. Cheers.
Cheers. Now, this is not so much a class on oxidation, it's a class on observation.